Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I am going to be doing a reading for Gemini today. That's Gemini in all placements, and yeah, it's general. So take what resonates. If it doesn't resonate, feel free to check out any of my other videos. They are all timeless and all placements. And yeah, Jojo made it. Good morning. Thanks for being here. And thanks to all of you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I'm going to be using my new deck, the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot. Uh, really good Gemini friend of mine gave this to me. So I'm going to be, yeah, in honor of him, I'm going to be using this deck. The Aries made it. Good morning. Rest Mojo is here as well. Hello. All right. So let's dive in. I'm going to pick the cards first and then I will speak to them. I'm doing a 9-card spread today. Okay. So we have the Six of Swords. Usually the Six of Swords, there's somebody else there. This guy is all alone. Interesting. Ooh, we've got the Eight of Wands. The Hanged Man. Hanged Man, that's a Pisces. The Sun, Leo. These cards are so beautiful. Seven of Cups. It's hard because my light washes them out. The Hermit. That's Virgo energy. Oh, star on the lantern. Ten of Wands. Three of Wands. And Death, Scorpio. Oh, little kitty confirmation there. Bottom of the deck, we've got the Empress, Taurus and Libra. Yeah, quite a few major arcana cards here. This is significant. Oh, and I forgot to say, Seven of Cups. This is kind of this is the energy that we're dealing with here, plus with the Empress. It's the situation. So, that's interesting. It's kind of a weird crocodile serpent reptile thingy there down there. It's quite sinister looking, which is unusual for the Seven of Cups. And he's holding a skull. Wow. And a mask. Seven of Cups, it can be, confusion, delusion, illusion. It feels like you're okay. So you could be dealing with someone who is wearing a mask. It's interesting because he's holding up the mask and looking down at that thing. That, I don't know what to call it, monster. almost as if, like, it could be in order to see something, you need to see it through a different set of eyes. Um, you could have choices that are being presented to you. And that's the thing with the 7 of Cups. Not all the choices are ones that you want to jump on, want to take, or opportunities. It's like holding the skull. It's like something died. Yeah, because we have that death card there. Somebody left your life, but then they're coming back or something. Yeah. But with the Empress here, I feel like this is you. You've really you've gotten yourself into this really beautiful energy, uh, nurturing yourself, nurturing others. This very receptive, beautiful, divine, feminine energy. And by the way, gender doesn't matter in tarot. Anyone can embody these energies. Oh, maybe it's that you feel that you need to wear a mask so that someone doesn't recognize who you truly are, that maybe you feel like they're going to try and take advantage of you, come and get what you've built up. Hmm. Okay, so with the 6 of Swords, the 7 of Cups, and Death, this is absolutely you. You're moving away from the conflict that you dealt with before. There was something where you realized you who you were dealing with. You know, the skull and then death. It's like you're you're in the process of or already have um decided to move away from whatever turbulence, whatever conflict you'd been dealing with someone. This is about getting smart. And maybe this person comes back. Like I don't necessarily see any cards here that specifically speak to someone coming back, but I just get that general sense, like, cuz like I said, with holding that skull, there's, I don't know, someone coming back and it's like closing out a cycle, ending something, or because of how a choice that you made or a choice that's being presented to you, you're realizing you're seeing with new eyes. You're seeing through the mask. That's the thing though, when you look through a mask, you can't see as well. Wow. Kitty has so much to say about this. But I love this because you're moving away from it and you're ending it. You're saying, "No, I'm done." This could be a transformation around your ability to see clearly. Maybe you were caught up in some kind of illusion about who somebody was, how they were showing up, and now you get to this point where you say, "No, I'm done." You're not interested in the drama. You're not interested in all the, I don't know, yeah, the conflict. You're getting yourself away from all that in order to transform, in order to have a new beginning in some way. So then we have the Hangman. Seven of Cups and 10 of Wands. So there's this period of waiting, this period of like non-action. You've been in this time out because you are looking at who you're dealing with. You're trying to see clearly. You're trying to gain a new perspective about whatever, whoever this is, whatever opportunity is being presented to you, because it feels heavy. It feels like a burden. You don't want to make any rash decisions. You don't want to move forward until you come to a place of peace within yourself. You want to, it's like you're in the process of wanting to birth something new into the world, but you're having to let something go first. You're having to end a cycle, both with the death and with this 10 of Wands here. It's understanding that in order to close out a cycle, you need to see things differently. Something has been weighing on you for a while. And so you've either been forced into a timeout by the universe or you've taken yourself out of the equation and you're just, yeah, like, cuz he's holding the string or the rope that's around his foot. This feels like just you're not you're not taking any action because you need to see things more clearly. Okay, so your thoughts about the situation are the Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Hangman. You want so again, you're done with the drama, you're done with the conflict. You want to move to calmer waters. And it could be where you're actually moving, physically moving somewhere else. Could also be where you're moving away from some kind of communication that is being brought to you, or in the process of moving away, of retreating, walking away, floating away, rowing away. um, you're communicating this to somebody. Maybe it's somebody who you put in a timeout. Could have Pisces in their chart. Doesn't have to. It's like whatever's going on here, there's this period of time you feel okay. You keep thinking that you need to see things more clearly. Maybe you're trying to communicate with someone about what has happened, about the conflict and the drama that has happened in the past, that has caused you to move away. But this momentum is building. It's like as you row, you build up speed. And it goes faster and faster. It's like you're rowing and then you realize that you have a motor on the boat and you start that and it's like going really fast, but then you don't know where you're going. It's like the momentum builds and then you realize that you're anchored still. You have to pull up the anchor before you can really truly get going. So you're just, yeah, contemplating, you're trying to gain a new perspective. How do you talk about this? How do you convey what you're feeling? What your plans. So the reality of the situation is the Sun, the Seven of Cups, and the Hermit. Ooh, Charlene Samuel. Hello. Thanks for being here. Um, okay. We've got the sun. I love that. I love that there's some kind of illumination that you are getting around someone that you've been dealing with or some situation that's being presented to you, some kind of option that you have or options. The sun is it's all about happiness and it's a lightening of things. With this 10 of wands, it feels so heavy, but the sun kind of comes in and it helps to lighten the load. There's I don't know, maybe as you settle into this empress energy, this kind of place of nurturing yourself, allowing things to come to you. The Empress never chases, never goes after what she wants. She attracts in. She's the ultimate manifester. And so it's like this could be about where you're devoted to your happiness and it has to do with making the right choice. And so again, with the hangman and the hermit, these are very similar energies. It's about gaining a new perspective, shining a light on the situation, which the light is very bright, shining the light within yourself, gaining some kind of wisdom around what it is you're actually dealing with. You've probably spent a fair amount of time on your own in solace. um, you may not even be in contact with them right now. But I love that the sun is here because it's like it's it's a reminder that everything's going to be okay. And I think you know this. And you're just like you're with the sun and the empress. It's like basking in all that you've created, all that you've manifested. It's kind of like the universe showering you with all the good things that you deserve. But that's the thing, the Empress does attract all kinds of different people. Not all of them have the best of intentions, but she's very discerning. And with this light, the sun shining so brightly, being so tapped into your wisdom, you see very clearly who you're actually dealing with. So so in your subconscious, yeah, we've got the 10 of wands, the 3 of wands, and death. You may not even realize how heavy this has been consciously because this is all kind of under the surface. You're not fully aware of the progression of things or exactly where you stand because you've been confused. You've been looking at what's being presented and you're like, I don't know. In some ways it seems really good, but if you're looking through a mask you can't see so well. But ultimately, deep down, you know that there is something better, that it's time to release the burden. It's There's just way too much being carried here and it's like, let's just take one and move forward into the future, into the world. There's a lot of movement here. So whether you're deciding to relocate or you're going to travel, you know you know what you want deep down, even if you feel confused at the moment. There's a deep sense that there's something better for you out there. and you're you're really flexing that patience muscle, which is not easy to do, especially for Geminis. But you're kind of being forced into it, the universe. It's a whole divine timing thing. Um, what is rightfully yours will come in the right time. Um, and it's because if you were to get what you wanted any time before you actually get it, you wouldn't be ready. It wouldn't be ready. Like, things need to line up energetically, physically, in order for you to have the best outcome. That's why we have to be patient so often. Because if it's premature, it might not last, it might die, but ultimately you're in this place where you're like, "Yep, I'm closing out this cycle." You are in a you are in uh you're transforming, an energy of transformation on a major level, because again, we have this Empress. This is a glow up to me. And as you release the burdens that don't work for you anymore, close out the cycle, release what's been so heavy. He's just covered in a a blanket, or whatever that is, with the one wand. It's very much like the full energy, where it's just like, I'll take what I have, the clothes on my back, and I got my walking stick, and you know where are we going to go? Where am I going to go? Ooh, Jamie Leanne is here. Hello. Good morning. All right. So what happened in the past? Six of Swords, the Sun, and the Ten of, where am I? 10 of Wands. Yeah. Again, it's so you've probably been on this journey for a while. You decided to move away from some situation, from a person, in order to maintain your happiness. Um, some A very bright light was shined on whatever situation you were in that was very, very heavy. And it makes me think you haven't completely dropped this burden yet. You're still carrying it for whatever reason. Um, but shining the light on it is like, it's bringing awareness to the situation. It's how much you had been, how much burden you had been shouldering, you had on your shoulders. Um, and you realized, oh, this is about, my happiness. You had this major realization, this major epiphany, that what you had been doing up to that point, it was, see, kitty confirmation again. It was really heavy. It was a lot heavier than you realized, even, because all the conflict, all the turbulence that you had been dealing with, you probably were just taking it in stride, and at a certain point it was like, oh, this is a lot more than I even realized I had taken on. So currently, in the present, we have the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the 3 of Wands. So once again, there's some kind of communication, I feel, that's coming. Someone's going to be communicating with you, and it's somebody who may not have the best of intentions. Again, somebody who, you thought this situation was over and done with. You thought it was dead. And this person comes back. And it's so interesting with the 3 of Wands, because it's like, you see clearly I feel like this is a part of this is the burden where you're like you're waiting for your ships to come in, right? You're looking out to the horizon to see what's out there, waiting for the good that is rightfully yours, that you know you have worked very hard for. And it's like stripping away all the unnecessary stuff, taking off the mask so you can see clearly. And the 3 of Wands is about taking action and then waiting for things to play out, waiting for, it's taking that baby step and then waiting to get the next sign, the next understanding, um, or epiphany about what to do. It's like, you're doing the things you need to do to get you where you want to go or to attract in what you want. And so it's sort of like with plants. You plant a seed, you water it, you give it sunlight, and then you wait and you let it do its thing. You can't force or rush it. It could be some confusion. You could be dealing with some confusion when this, if this has already happened where somebody has brought you some kind of communication or they're about to, it's going to put you in a place of confusion. But I think that you're stripping away, you're like you've gained enough wisdom or the ability to go within to figure things out, to you've learned to trust your intuition enough that you may be confused at first, but then it's gonna make sense the more you sit with it. So give yourself time. Just like when you'll get to a point when things just click and you just know what you're dealing with or who you're dealing with. So in the near future, we have the Hangman, the Hermit, and Death, all major arcana. This is a huge change for you, huge transformation. These are very long lasting energies. This isn't just something that, will be over and done with next week. This is a major shift because of you, especially having the Hangman and the Hermit together. You are finally figuring something out. You've been forced to take the time, or you've purposely taken the time to gain some kind of new perspective, that it's all about your transformation. It's all about releasing what doesn't serve anymore, letting go of that burden, letting go of that burden, and just decisively closing out a cycle. Because you are so intuitive, you have come to a place where in order to have what you want, you can't be lugging this, old baggage and whatever was weighing on you. You need to move forward without all that. Clean slate kind of thing. Okay. So, I'm going to finish with some cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle. Ooh, Sabrina the Lover. Hello. Good morning. Thank you so much for being here. Oh, and that's right. Today is the winter solstice. Happy solstice, everyone. Yay. The shortest day of the year. And then we move back into the light. The light is coming. And it is in the darkness where, all possibilities exist. There's purpose. The darkness has as much purpose as the light does. Okay. So we've got Treasure Island. I'm not reading these reverse today. Serendipity and To the Sea. This is, I love this. This is where you're heading. This is the energy that you want to embody, that you've been working on manifesting. All the treasure. The turtle has the treasure on its back. The turtles can live to be so old. Um, I want to say like at least 150 years old, if not older. So this is very long lasting. Like whatever treasure you're manifesting, it's it's not going away because you are in an energy of attracting and receiving, knowing what is rightfully yours, not fighting it, not holding it back, and also not trying to get what isn't yours. When you're in that state of receiving and allowing, it's like you're not concerned with anything but what is. It's being in a place of gratitude for what you have, knowing that whatever comes to you is meant for you. And that's exactly what's happening. You're being lifted up. You're gonna feel like, Lady Luck is smiling on you. That there's all this good fortune that's coming in, and it's because of being in the flow, allowing allowing yourself to be taken wherever life wants, wherever the universe wants. It's being in a place of trust and faith that you're gonna, like I said, you're gonna get all that's rightfully yours, all the love, all the happiness, all the good fortune. And yeah, it's good. It's beautiful. Oh, and we have 9, 18, and 7. So two nines. Keep an eye out for 9, 9. Um, and you are being brought to this. It's this huge um, transition that you're going through. The transformation is leading you to such a beautiful new beginning. So full of all the good things. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. Ooh, and Maudie Turth is here. Hello, thanks for joining us. um yeah, thank you all for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks again so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.